Okay,
It is
Steve.
my privilege to introduce Megan Roth. Okay, I'll do whatever you need me to do on the screen.
Oh, you're perfect. No, I was just wondering. I didn't realize you were doing an intro. Feel free.
And she's going to tell us about Canva and all the different ways we can use it. And it's going to be interactive so we can do it. Because sometimes we have things that we don't know how to do. And she made it simple when she was trying to show me how easy it was, but I'm not that quick. So thanks, Megan, for coming and telling us today, showing us.
Of course. And Steve, what time would you like me to be done by?
11, is that enough time?
Oh, plenty. Yeah, I just wanted, I didn't know if you needed me done at a certain point. So, okay, we might be done a little early, everyone. We'll see how this goes.
And people can ask questions before or after, or you tell them what you wanted, how you want that done.
Yeah, so I'll give you a little overview of my plan. I'm just going to talk about Canva, what kind of tool it is, talk about a few key design principles that you can apply to everything. And then we're going to go through and we're going to like make a big business card together. And then at the end, I would like to answer any questions and also if anyone wants to show what they made, would love to see it. Not required, but also feel free to answer questions in between, but just so you know, that's kind of my agenda. And yeah, so first off, I've been in publication, so I'm not like a graphic designer, but I've learned how to design. And 15 years ago, you had to use Adobe products or a lot of other products that were not easy. So I love that we now have things like Canva because you can do amazing work, design work with the templates without like having to have all the specialty. I even know marketing departments who exclusively use Canva, and that wouldn't have happened so many years ago. Okay, so I haven't drove Zoom for a minute. Let me see, remember how to share my screen and all that. Okay, okay.
Green up arrow button at the very bottom.
Oh yeah, well, I guess I've got to start the presentation first. Okay, one sec. And now you all disappeared. I'm sorry. I have not doing well. Okay, one sec. I'll hit present up here. Maybe I'll just share my upper screen here. So if I'm looking up, it's because, and I can't see my notes, so we'll just go off. We'll do the best I can here. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Got it.
Great. So I gave myself time bound. I mean, I created this on Canva this morning in 20 minutes, the presentation. So the main thing in Canva is the templates. So we'll go through those. But okay, how do I go to the next?
Can you do a PowerPoint in Canva? That looks like a PowerPoint almost.
Yeah, this is a presentation. Yeah,
Okay.
from
All right.
Canva.
All right.
But I feel like design wise, it's better than PowerPoint. I don't know. I haven't tried the interactions and stuff. So again, this is my first time doing a presentation in Canva. Um, and then I just first wanted to talk about key design principles. So the good thing is about Canva is they're going to have templates and most of them are done by designers. So, but just some simple things to remember whether you're in Canva, Word or Google Docs is spacing and grouping. So we don't want to have things really tight together. It makes it feel cluttered. And like when you look at something that's cluttered, you feel it and it's like, it doesn't feel good. Like I might be a little more sensitive than most people, but yeah, so you want to make sure there's breathing room. You want to group related items together, related, especially by content, and then separate unrelated items clearly. So it's basically proximity, right? Things that belong together look like they belong together visually. And then I would say limit fonts. Use 1 to 2 fonts, one for headings and title, one for body text. You can do different weights of fonts like bold, italic, that sort of thing, but stay with 2 fonts. You just as a beginner, that's probably the best way to help it look professional. And I would avoid this is all sans serif font, so it means it has no like curves on the edges. Sometimes use just a simple font like this and then one that has the curves on the edges, which is a serif font. I would say simplify your colors. Just use like a main color and an accent color. And then that's it. Like in this, and I've tried to follow this, like here, pretty much orange is the design color. And then our backup colors are going to be gray. And I would keep that consistent. And alignment, The cool thing about Canva is when we get in there, you'll see there's grid lines. So you want things to line up. You don't want like here's centered, here's left aligned, here's this in the corner. So you want things to align. And I just want to keep that simple for you, just to have those in your mind as we're going through this exercise. Okay, and feel free to ask questions. I feel like this is pretty simple, but if you want to, please do raise your hand or just speak out.
Are we
Um,
going to be going over just the free version, or you be showing paid features?
I'm just going to use the free version. That's all I've ever
All
used.
right, I like that.
I would like to get the paid version because right now sometimes I have to go to other tools to do things, but maybe someday. But we're going to do all free today. So, okay. So, when we talked about spacing and grouping, like this is basically it's called white space. See, there's breathing room versus not breathing room. And then this is where I was hoping ChatGTP could help me and make some really good examples, but I've got to work on my prompt engineering. I couldn't get great examples, but I think as we go through this process, we'll be able to talk about a lot of the principles. And then limit fonts. Like, here's an example. I think this is really only one font, but just like different colors, gray and black. I don't feel like these examples are amazing anyway, but just like you can kind of see the difference here. I don't think this one's horrible, to be honest, but um simplify colors. I would just say for beginning, just don't, I'd probably just use one color, maybe two, like we talked
So
about.
why why would the scripty one be bad?
For which one? Sorry.
If you went back a slide, or the Michael Thompson there, why is that a a bad font? Because to me that catches your eye.
No, I feel like this is where I felt like I should have taken more time and made these examples myself. I thought ChatGPT could help me out, but they let me down. I don't think this is particularly bad. I think that having three fonts is too much. So if I were to
Okay,
suggest this, I think you could have a script font and then have this be the sans serif. So have all the rest be the same.
okay,
So
thank you.
yeah, you're right. It's not, but having three, you can tell that there's three fonts on here, which is excessive, especially for a business card. Um, I
To
typically
me,
would probably just use
to me,
one.
what it comes down to is what do you want people to pay attention to? Do you want them to pay attention to you, or do you want them to pay attention to all your fonts?
Yes.
Fair point.
Megan, I think this is important too in the purpose that we're using the what we're using it for. If we're looking at the business cards here, and Mike mentioned this too, it's like what do we want to be front and center? I did a little bit of this in the retail scheme for advertising for different departments. I was in charge of the signs, and the more I played with the fonts, the harder it was for the customer to see it down the aisle, or as I was trying to advertise certain products. The more I got fancy with it and that it distracted, and my sales went up better for the simple ones, like on the left, just because it's block lettering, it's easier to see. And I guess the question for this is if somebody's flipping through there a stack of business cards, which ones they're going to attract first. It's like initially it might be the ones that are busy, but it also might be the ones that are simple and that they're, oh, I remember the name from this, I remember the contact information from this, or stuff like that, rather than the distractors, I think is a key point here.
Yeah, because we want to, the key point is communication and conveying what's most important, right? And so I agree that and the cool thing is you just go in your environment, any store, like if I put up the Walmart font, you would know it. Like, I mean, most people would like the thing is like the things are simple. Just go into like stores and some people break the rules, but for the most part, things are just consistent and our brains like that. And that's interesting that Jeff, it impacted things, sales.
I
Yeah.
would also argue too, if we're doing business cards, keep it similar to what's on your resume, what's on your LinkedIn profile, so that all of your content that you're creating is consistent with the brand that you're trying to do or how you're trying to present yourself rather than having a different cover letter, a different
Yes.
resume, a different thank you card, a different thing, because if they're sorting through it and they remember your resume or something like that, and you give them a business card or a JIST card or whatever that is,
Yeah.
they're going to be able to brand it with whatever thing they have in hand.
I totally agree. And I'll show you at the end examples of I've got like my own business card that I made. I haven't printed it yet. And like I don't, I haven't made a gist card, but I'll show you those things and how they align because our brains remember those things. And I think it shows a nice attention to detail. Like it's kind of demonstrating that you have that cohesion and you pay attention to the small things too. Okay, here's a color example. I definitely feel like these colors don't work together, but yeah, just like keep it simple color-wise. Okay, so those are, and then alignment. This is the worst example. I'm embarrassed, but anyway, you can see like, this is kind of all over the place. This is better all right aligned. Doesn't mean you have to align everything one way or the other, but we want to do consistency and like make it look purposeful. I don't know. I just keep thinking back to 80s clip art though. That was like my jam. You remember those on the computer? You put all those pictures that didn't match and you put everything all over and that was the best. Like I'm kind of tempted to try to make a business card like that and see if I can make it work. But anyway, we're just going to stick with the principles for now. Okay. So now we're going to do a demo together. I don't know if it's called a demo. I actually think we're just like going to do a workshop together. So I would encourage you right now to open up Canva if you have it. You could also just watch if you would like to do that. But as I'm looking at this page, I can't correct it right now because I'm in present mode, but I feel like there's not enough white space around these icons, or orange space. But just looking at that. Okay, so yeah, just you guys get it open and I'm gonna switch it over so you can see my Canva. Okay, let's see.
So do we click on templates?
So yeah, now you can still see my screen, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, project. So I'm logged into Canva. Is this maybe everyone that kind of give me a thumbs up when you're at this page? You got it. Okay. Evan, Tommy, Jason. Okay. Linda. Okay. Is about everyone there? I think or Tammy, are you there?
No, where's that at?
Just click, trying to think, how do we get there? I think it's just the home. Oh, let's see.
It's on the right hand or on the left
Project.
hand menu.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. But we could also, let's go to home page right now. Home, not projects. But okay, so right now, just a little tour of Canva. There are so many amazing templates, and I love that. And you have a lot more access if you pay, but we should be able to find something that we like that is free. So, so I'll just tour this though. Here's home, and that has, we can search for something. It's showing my recent projects down here. But if I go to the projects tab, that shows on what I've worked on recently. Okay. Templates. I feel like a lot of these are pretty redundant, but this is the specific template page. Brand is only open if you pay, but it's actually a really cool tool. And then Canva AI. I have used Canva AI and I have not had good results yet. But I don't know if that's my lack of, prompting or if it's just like kind of getting there. Okay, and I'm not going to go through these, but let's go right now. Let's go to the template one. You can see a lot of the things. The things I like to use are the presentation. If you do any social media, it has great templates that already fit for the banner sizes in social media. You could use it for documentation. I have not used it for my resume because I like to edit in Google Sheets, but I don't know. I would like to experiment to see how it is here. So let's start by putting in business card, okay? Okay, did everyone do that? Okay. Now, like, I don't know. Let's say I wanted to do one with picture. Like if I want to add my picture, you can make it more specific, right? Now we've got some with pictures, right? Or we could say business card marketing. And then that's going to pull up. So you might choose what you're going to choose there. But what I'm looking for mostly is if it has the elements I want, because it's easier, like if it has, you want your phone number, you want your, all the things, if it has the elements, it's going to be easy for you to type in what you want versus having to redesign it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for your industry.
So Megan, you created a JIST card. Did you create a JIST card in this particular area?
I did not. Well, I made a, I don't know if you considered it JIST card, Steve, but I did. Would you like me to show what I have made? Would that be helpful right now?
Yeah.
I'll show you some of the things. Okay, where are they? Okay, so I don't know if you call this a JIST card, but it's a very simple one. And this isn't finished because I need to edit out my daughter. Right, that's been a minute, but this obviously I edited it because it's not necessarily a business card, but it's got my name, contact info, just like places I want to work, like main fields, and then like a tagline, I guess you call it. And for me, I've kind of changed tack because I'm focusing more on project management, but I was looking more in publishing. So on the back, all I did was I made a QR code that goes directly to my portfolio, because if I hand this to someone, they're going to probably have their phone, right? And then they can just scan the QR code and look at my portfolio. So that's why I designed it this way. But if you wanted to provide more text, you could definitely, there's space, on the back. And then what I did, oh, go ahead, Steve.
And so I'm looking over here on the right hand. So is it 3.5 by 2 inches? Is that what the size of this is? And can you change that?
You can make template, you can make custom sizes, and I can show you how to do that.
Okay, thanks.
But this is specifically because if you see over here, we could print these, and it's actually really affordable printing. So I don't know, for a custom size, you'd probably just print it at FedEx or Kinko's or something like that, if you did a half sheet or something like that. Or at home, if you have a printer. And then I did make it, this is more, and I haven't finalized this, but like you can see the consistency with the fonts between the two. So if they scan my portfolio, it goes to this page. And this is kind of like an introduction to me. And then it has all my portfolio items below.
And this portfolio is hosted on Canva?
I host.
No, this is Google. I see that.
Yeah, I think you could do Canva though. I haven't tried it, but I'd already had my portfolio in Google Docs. I mean, ideally this would be a web page, but I didn't want to host, figure that out. So I did it this way with these, just sections. And then also my resume, it is the same fonts and the same colors. So if someone does look at it, like Jeff was saying, it's going to be consistent. I don't know how many people are looking at everything, but it is consistent.
On your QR code, when I scanned it when you had it up, and when it went on my mobile device, it said you want to edit it. So I don't know if you have that software switch turned off to be view only.
Oh, thank you. Good to know. I will need to change that. Well, I haven't actually printed them, so thank you for that. Okay. All right, so let's go back here. So has everyone picked a card? I'm going to assume yes.
So we're just double clicking one of these cards.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to click this one. This is the template. And then I'll say.
Excellent choice. I like her last name.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Say, is it Anderson? I'm on a different. Is it Anderson? Is the same one comes up on mine first? Yep. Okay.
Okay, I'm confused why it's just not letting me open it once I get. See, I don't know this super well here. Yes. Okay, that's what I do. When you click it, it gives you it close up, right? But if you click the 3 dots, then you can customize the template, make it your own. So when you pick a template, then say customize this template. Okay. And obviously these are templates for standard business cards. Is my internet okay? It's good so far. Okay, it's a little glitchy. If I look a little
Seems
glitchy
to
on
work
my
from
end.
here.
Okay, good. You would have to do some editing to this to make it more of a JIST card, right? But we're just gonna play with this for a minute. So obviously this is not me, right? So well, let's just work on text. So you just to edit text, you just double click, and then you can type in your name, and then whatever you want to do. And then obviously you guys know how to do that. That's pretty simple. So go ahead and put in some of your info.
Oops.
Oops, I heard. And if this, you don't have a website, just delete that off, right? Because I don't have one.
Does it have a back button if you made a mistake?
I think you can go Command Z or Control Z. Does
Okay.
that? Let me try. I'll just Command Z. Yep, mine works, Command Z, but I'm on a Mac. I think on a PC or it'd be Control Z.
Up at the top, you have, at least on mine, you have a arrow, a back arrow.
You're right. That's
editing.
perfect. Do you see that up here, Steve? I'm pointing to it now.
Yeah, somehow I moved her name and started typing mine, and my half of my name is below marketing manager, but I'm gonna try to just get out and create a brand new one. So
You know what? I forgot a pro tip here, which I can't believe I did, but actually I can. But I typically will duplicate what I'm working on so I can always refer back to the template because I'm going to make changes. So, and I haven't done that many, but I would click these three dots down here and then I'll click duplicate or it's Command D. And then I'm going to keep this one so I can refer to it. Because if I make a change and I'm like, oh, I don't like that, I want to go back, then it's easier to do if I keep that initial layout that I liked. But I'll just work on this one. Okay, so let's go to let's look at the elements tab. I don't typically think we're going to use this too much if we're working with a template, unless you're, specializing it, but maybe you want to put like LinkedIn down here or something like that instead of having that website. I'm interested to see if it has a LinkedIn icon. LinkedIn icon. So they do. Let's see all. So I might want to use this icon here. This will not work great because it's in black. This is where we're going to run into a few things. Let me see if I can find
Maybe
one.
try the blue one.
We could do this one. That is not free,
No,
unfortunately.
I mean above that.
This one? Yeah, we could do that one. It won't exactly match, but we could also change the others to match that blue or something. Oops. My computer is a little slow, it feels like. Okay, now see how I'm moving this? Do you see the pink lines that come up? Those are the lines that are going to help me align things. So that's showing I'm aligned to the edge. That's not where I want it. If I pull it here, now they're aligned center. The pink guidelines are really helpful. In this case, though, I would probably take the time because it's me. I'd probably match all these blues, but we're not going to do that right now. But if I need to duplicate this line of text, I can select it and then go Command C, which is copy, or Control C, and then Command V. And then I can place it and again use the guidelines to place that. And the good thing is, like Steve, you were saying, oh, and like you really can't break anything here. I mean, you can maybe waste a little time, but like you can always just go back to the template and try again.
Okay.
Yeah. But they have a lot of great graphics as well. Okay, so those are some of the elements. I would say if you want to make your own like icons, I do use ChatGPT for that, and it does do a good job of that. Okay, let's go to uploads. You probably, if you guys just set it up, you don't have any. But does everyone have a picture on their computer? Could they upload that? And to upload, all you really have to do is download a picture and then pull it onto the canvas. And I just like was playing around. So that's the picture I found. That was me as Rosie the Riveter for Halloween. And I would never use this on a business card. But once you pull it in here, you can see how it shows drop items to upload, right?
Uh-huh.
I let that go, and now that's there. If
Will you do that again? I missed it.
Sure. So once you have an image on a Mac, you can see it. Oh, I don't think I'm showing my whole screen, am I? 1 second. Let me stop share and share my whole screen real quick. I'm just sharing the Google Chrome, window. Okay, so I don't know if it's similar on a PC, but these are my downloads here. And I've downloaded these different images. And you just pull it onto the canvas. And do you see how this comes up on the left? It says drop images. So that's how you do it.
Okay.
And we can edit our picture from this space.
Yes. So if I click here, here's my image.
I edited mine so that I looked like a young Antonio Banderas.
You are skilled.
Well, and here's the thing, I had some people that their picture, they took a couple pictures and put it in ChatGPT and it created a bunch of pictures.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, like professional photo, like Photoshop thing.
Yeah.
Like photo shoot. Yeah. Okay, so but if we want to make ourselves be Antonio Banderas or whoever, we might need Photoshop. I don't know about Canva, but I'm impressed. But you go to edit here so I've selected the image once it's on the canvas, and then I hit edit. Background remover is not available, which is one of my favorite tools. But if you want to do that for free, you can go to PixArt and you can do a ton of stuff. You can remove backgrounds. I found this today. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to try to remove my daughter with this. I'm going to, so I would just suggest this is a good tool, and it doesn't make you set up an account. It doesn't take your info, and it lets you download high-res stuff. Because sometimes it gives you such low resolution that you have to purchase. This will help you also, like, if you need it JPEG to PNG, different file types, you can use this. But what I did notice is if I directly drag an image onto the canvas, see how it went above this, right? It's on top of it, right? But if I download it and then I pull it from the uploads, if I pull it like this, it'll go into the image space. So I don't know why it made the background black though, but anywho, but that's that. We'll just.
Oh, I like that. And it matched your card.
Yeah. I know. I wonder if that's a setting, to be honest. Like, and see, I don't like how there's that little space here, so I'm pulling that out to the edge. But we'll just leave it like that for now. What I'm guessing is they automatically applied a background eraser somehow, or like a background. They added the background to that transparency. And I don't, because images can be transparent on the edges if you want, and that's a PNG, so I think that's why I did that.
And I think that's because on the other side where it's just showing as white, I think that's indicating that it's going to be transparent.
Yeah.
You applied it to the card background is now coming through.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
that's what's happening.
Yes. I think this one's a JPEG. Oh, maybe I did both PNGs. Let me see. Okay, I'm going down a rabbit hole. I just like to play with it. But the thing is, you can play with it. I would, if you want to have something transparent background, you have to have it as a PNG. JPEG will always show the background. So just so you know that. And then
But you can change the background. You can edit it out, right?
with the free tool in Canva, you cannot. You have to pay in Canva to remove the background. But if you go to this tool called PixArt, I could remove the background. I'll show you. So I'll go like start, I'll say. But if you paid for Canva, you can there. It's just, they want to put things behind the paywall that you really like. So that you pay. Sorry, this might take longer than I thought. I don't know why my internet's not very fast today. So I'll go. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of templates that you wouldn't need to remove the background, but it's kind of fun. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing now. It's not working. I just want to create, remove background. And then, so now I'm in so here's the image with the background, right? So I just pull it on here, I think. And oops, I pulled it up there. But it removed my background. You can see the check mark, so that means it's now transparent. So yeah, so you can use tools like this to do that if you'd like.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but if you did pull something in here and it doesn't work, it's probably because it's a JPEG and not a PNG, and you just need to change the file type, which you can do here as well. Okay, so
In the templates, I've seen a few people do LinkedIn backgrounds and they're made from Canva.
yes.
Is that just in the templates?
Yeah, so if we go to Canva and we can go, I'd go linked, oops, not inked, linked in banner. Yep. And then here we've got LinkedIn banners that you could modify.
All right. Love that.
And you can, whenever it has a little crown, that means you have to pay for it, your royalty. But I bet you can sort them by, not by style, but by category. I mean, I wonder if I just put free, that would, yeah, no, it didn't work. So you just have to scroll through these and see which ones you can find. But yeah, anything like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, any social media or professional networking thing, they're going to have templates for that.
And the star is a crown?
Yeah, this little crown, yeah.
Oh, that crown, not the star above it. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right.
It means it's a favorite. So that means if you push that, then you'll be like, oh, it goes in your starred content, so you can kind of save stuff that you want to refer to.
Sweet. Thank you.
I haven't used very much, so. Okay, and then like Steve, you were asking about like a JIST sheet or something like that.
I liked your one page. Your one page you had kind of really laid it out. Even, I mean, not that we should copy a template, but that's a great template. What do I do? I mean, this is about, well, we're job seeking, whether we're contracting for ourselves or just trying to sell ourselves. What do I do? How do I work? What I bring? Where I'm a good fit? I think these are all the questions that would be a great thing, even as you're networking or a leave behind if you met them in person, possibly, like a JIST card.
So I think like if you wanted a template for it, I don't know. We could look like one sheet. I'm just gonna see what comes up. So I think it's just worth playing around because it's kind of a one sheet. There might be templates in here that would work, right? Creative marketing agency. I see how this layout could potentially work to be kind of like a JIST sheet or I feel like I'm using the wrong term, Steve. Is that what we call it?
JIST card, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, so I would play around and see like, oh, what looks like what I want. But mine is very simple, but I think that's just because I've designed children's stuff for so long. But how you design does communicate, professionalism or simplicity or playfulness. So the design can communicate that for you.
Megan, I want to pick up on what you just said. You talked about designing things for children.
Mhm.
I've worked with a lot of CEOs over the years, even some large company CEOs. And while they might not appreciate me saying this, um, communicating to them like respectfully, but like children in terms of simplicity is usually a good win.
I agree because I feel like if I try to make all my writing sixth grade reading level or below, it doesn't mean that it's like dumbing it down, but if you can communicate at that level clearly, you can reach most people and most people appreciate it. I struggle in interviews because I'm not actually super good at jargon. And sometimes I think people are, but I also try to recognize maybe that's a strength I have is not doing jargon, but sometimes it feels like I need it for the interviews. That's the struggle. Okay. Well, I want to pay attention to time. I want let's see. So like this is the one I made, and then I wanted to show you some ways to export. So the main thing is we've got it here. Now what do we do? Like how do we actually get it to LinkedIn? How do we print it? How do we do that? So you can see here, now this one's finished. I could come through here and I haven't seen their printing, but I'm assuming it's pretty good. I could choose my paper and whatever I want, it'll adjust the price. And then I can choose how many I want and then continue. They're printed, they'll be delivered to my door. So that's pretty easy. But let's say you want to print at home, excuse me, or print at FedEx or something. Then I just minimize this, hit X, and then I guess you wouldn't have to actually close that, but you hit the share button. So no matter what you lay out, this is the way you're going to output it, get it like into a final deliverable. So you hit share. And then, oh, I didn't realize that you can actually share links with people. That's kind of cool. But I'm going to, oh, I didn't even realize they've added things. So you can print, present, but the main thing you're going to do is download. Okay, now I'm just really interested. Okay, there's a lot of things. But I say download. And then if I'm going to print, I'm going to do PNG or JPEG or PDF. It doesn't really matter. I mean, probably the best color-wise would be PDF print. So for print, I'd do PDF. And then if you're going to use it online, I'd do JPEG or PNG for download. So let's say we are going to print this. So I'm going to say PDF print. And then I say download. And now this will show up in my downloads. Oops. Oops. Oh, it's opening on my other screen. 1 minute. So now I have it here. So I've got my PDF file and I could take that to the printer or I could just print it at home. And it did do both pages.
Megan, I do have a question. I was trying to add a second page to basically be the back of the card, but I don't get anything that looks like a card. It tried to put a spreadsheet in with one thing.
So here in mine, it had this back page, right? But let me try this, and if not, you can screen share and I can probably help. But if you click these 3 little dots and go duplicate page, it should duplicate, the exact page, and then you could edit that. Did that work, Jason? Was it Jason who talked? I think it was.
It was. And where were you seeing these dots? I missed that.
Yeah, it is really small. That's one thing I don't love. I feel like I feel more for people. Like I cannot read things as well as I can. Okay, so do you see, here's the big image, and down below, do you see this line of thumbnails?
No, the layout of this page, the overall Canva page is not the same as yours. Because I don't have the section on the right that you've got that shows the
business cards
and front and back.
Let me show you guys one more thing and then I think, Jason, why don't you pull yours up? But you could screen share for a minute and hopefully I could help you look at it. I just want to show you guys one more thing. If you wanted to change colors, like this is the background tool, and you can come in here and I don't know, I want to do red. Well, that's horrible. But I mean, like, yeah, just you can just know colors are very easy to change and play with in this. I would never do. It's so bad. I don't even want to see that anymore. Okay. All right. Jason, can you share your screen for a minute? I will stop. Here, I'll stop sharing. Oh my word. Look at Brad Pitt. I didn't see the chat till now. Oh.
Oh, this. So does that work? Did you guys see? Can you see that properly?
Yes. Okay. So the one you pick, let's see. Do you see where it says add page?
Yes.
That's what we've been trying to do. Okay.
Did I just turf that?
I don't know what's okay. Let me see if I can annotate the screen. There's a way to do that. I can't remember. I haven't worked in Zoom for like 6 months. Does anyone remember how to annotate? Oh, I found it. I found the button. Okay. Can you click this?
Duplicate page.
And now you've got the same size.
All right. All right.
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, okay, but that was good. But again, I'm not seeing that same section on the right that you have that basically you were doing your printing out of.
Now he has that crown at the top. Does that mean that he's in a paid section?
No, I think so. 1 second. Let me annotate again. So you're talking about this, Steve? This crown?
Yeah, I was looking at that. I mean, I'm trying to learn, crown means premium.
Yeah, so that means if he clicked that, he could start a trial, but that doesn't mean that the template is necessarily a premium.
Oh,
so
okay.
Crown, like here is start your trial, or here
that crown is like LinkedIn Premium. Go
right.
try this for 30 days.
Yes.
Okay.
So
yeah, because the first template I picked, it wanted me to pay, but so I picked the second one.
Okay, I think to see the printing, click this right here. It says print with Canva, then it should show the printing options for you. I think your screen, there you go. Now it's there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. All right. Sorry. Go continue.
Oh, no, I think it's good because like that's people see what's really going on, so thank you. Okay. I'll ask to share my screen once I figure out how to not be annotating. 1 second. Okay.
Kevin McFadden, he looks almost as if he looked. I just after you said that
If anyone would like to, please, we could screen share or download and put in what you created if you'd like to share.
Well, yeah, Kevin McFadden. I mean, there's something with his Zoom camera. The business card picture just came through a lot better.
Kevin, your picture looks a little bit different than the picture today we're looking at inside on Zoom.
Yeah.
It's an older picture.
You almost look like it's like a younger picture of you when you were Brad Pitt.
That was from last week.
It was last week. Okay.
Does anyone want to share though? I'd love to see more if people want to, or if you don't, that's fine too.
I want to see Mike's younger version.
You're cracking me up. I got my baby pictures upstairs because Mom sent them to me. So
that's awesome.
I choose not to put my picture on my business card. To me, that feels. I mean, if I were a designer, I probably and decent looking like you are, Megan, I probably would do it. But I don't. I'm not a realtor or a lawyer or a designer, so I kind of opt out of that.
Well, I think that's important because I went back and forth on whether to include, like for this business card, a picture.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured my use case would be that I'm meeting someone, so they've already seen me, and I want that recognition. But I think I typically on my resume don't put my picture, but it's more for people who've already seen me. I want them to recognize me. So I agree. Like if I'm applying to a job, my resume does not have my picture, that sort of thing. So I can see both ways depending on how you're using it.
So there's my business card.
Did you put it in the chat?
No, I'm screen sharing.
Oh, I think here, let me stop because it's not on my end. I'm not seeing it. Try again, Mike.
It says on my screen that it's sharing.
I'm seeing
I see it.
Huh.
And it says Joy Lane Research, and it's kind of in orangish color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You all see it, but I don't. I don't know why.
And it has a fun logo. Kind of.
Yeah.
Is this something somebody created for you, like a nephew or something like that?
Nope, that was me.
Oh, okay. And did you do this in Canva?
No, I did it in Microsoft Publisher
Nice.
and
Oh, I
took
see
it
now.
all the way to print.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And Megan's comment about using the local FedEx, that works. That's how I printed mine.
And Staples
JIST card.
can do that too.
Yeah.
And you've
There's my
done a
JIST
great
card.
job of applying the design principles. Like you've got good
Thank
alignment,
you.
white space. You've grouped things that are similar together. So
This one I probably have too much stuff on it's a small JIST card.
I don't know. I think that one looks okay. I think it doesn't look too crowded to me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm wide open to criticisms and improvements because I do have, I mean, I put this in just like you do on Canva, but I used Publisher. I can change it just as easily. So any thoughts don't need to be gentle.
I mean, my only thing is let me, and this is very minor, so feel good about yourself. This is a little close. I would move this text slightly over so it's more centered underneath your name like this.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I would tell you. So yeah.
I was that's a challenge to do, but I will work on it. The reason it's a challenge is because the spacing here and the spacing here are all controlled by the same thing.
Oh, and that's sometimes a tool thing. Like it's hard to figure out and work around. So yeah, I'm
I
not
can
familiar with that.
I can break them out.
Yeah. I would say it's not a deal breaker by any means. So if you can't figure it out, don't worry about it. But
I can figure it out.
yeah.
But thank you for pointing that out to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I think that yeah, just like, and you have good proximity, and I like how you put science, strategy, and deep analytics in italics. It kind of differentiates that from other things that's a little bigger. And this is kind of like what I'd call your tagline is I help business achieve 25% or higher. I think that's really good to just have called out at the top because that helps people conceptualize what you do, right away. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody else's turn.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't look as good as Brad Pitt or Antonio Banderas.
But I would say Canva has amazing things. Even if you want to do a birthday party invite, like just play around. And then the other pro tip would be just go to Google or ChatGPT if you can't figure something out, and it will help you figure it out. So just ask. And it's a really, I feel like intuitive tool for the most part. So you'd be able to pick it up pretty easily. And I'm happy to look at anything or help with anything. Like this is what I really love doing this, designing things. So, and learning how things work. Yeah. But I think that's about it. Does anyone have any questions? I think Jason,
Yeah. I was wondering if one of the differences is what browsers we're using. So what browser is running on the Macintosh?
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is, I think I'm Firefox, so maybe the icons and stuff are coming up a little different because of that.
Yeah, I think there will be slight differences depending on your browser. Yeah.
So the templates that you gave, are you willing to share those so people can actually look at it as ideas?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
so they can do that. Because I like the idea of what I do. I think that's the hardest thing for us to say is what do I do? How do I add value? All that. I mean, you kind of really lined that out, and maybe that was, I mean, what did you say? I want to communicate so that if a child was reading it, they get it. They go like, oh, this is what she does. This is how she does it. And I agree with Mike, sometimes not to insult anybody, but to make it simple. If it's simple, they can follow along, they can learn. At least that's, yeah.
Well, because when I would make things, if things are hard, people won't do it unless they're invested in it. And so I have to make it so easy and accessible as much as I can, or else people won't, invest the time.
Kevin made it easy. I think Kevin should go out to the local. You guys remember the place where you could go out and put a business card and post them in different places?
Yeah.
I think he should just do that. Have people go like, you look a lot like, oh, I have a beard. It's just a beard thing, But what if they started calling him?
I think some people would just like it so much they'd be like, I'm talking to that guy. And other people would be confused. It'd be all the things. It'd be fun to see what happens.
So
yeah,
takeaways. What did we learn today? We learned what? How to make a business card. We learned how, or possibly a JIST card. We learned how to make, I don't know what she called it, but like a 1 page of why me, what I bring to the table, how I fit in, all those kind of things. I like the LinkedIn background. How many like the custom? I've seen those, and it looks a lot more simple than I didn't realize how simple it would be. And that's why I'm really glad you did that live and we're on it to do it. I mean, obviously, Kevin didn't have a problem doing it, or Jason or Mike. I don't know anybody else I didn't show. And that's okay. As your career coach, I don't need to show you what I tried. But I'm going to play with it. Yeah. Questions we have for Megan.
No, thank you. This is super helpful. That LinkedIn banner is going to be banging. I've been trying to figure that out for a while. So this is all really good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Can I share a LinkedIn banner that one of the clients did, and you guys might remember him. And I didn't know he did it, so hold on. I've seen it on many, but I think that it looks like there's plenty of LinkedIn banners. But this is one that some of you might remember Tony. So this was his link. Can everybody see that?
Not yet.
Did it come through?
It's working on it.
Oh, I see.
Quality takes time.
Did it come through yet?
Yep, got it.
So I think that was created on Canva.
Canva, yeah.
And by the way, okay, this is just a pet peeve of mine. Where did I know that he went to? I know that he went to America First, and one day he hadn't updated this. Now he's the executive director at America West Heritage. For those of us who have kids or grandkids, what a great place to go, especially here in the spring. If you want to take any kids to baby animal days, it's a great event. Great event. So, Megan, I'm going to probably end our recording. Any final words?
I'd like to say thank you. I know Canva was showed before, but since you didn't make us get into it, I never touched it. And now I've gotten into it, and now I'm more eager to explore in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd just say, just play with it. Don't be afraid. I remember when I teach people like InDesign or anything, they'd be afraid they're going to break something. You really can't break anything in here. You just start over. Like if you need to, so just play and maybe even start with something pretty easy. Like you want to make your birthday invite or you want to do something, and I don't know. It's kind of fun. I think it's fun. I guess. I think it is for most people.
Okay.
But if you want
big round of applause.
Not for myself.
Again, this is Megan Roth showing us how to use Canva for many things, but how to possibly stand out in a job search. Again, thank you, Megan. I will end this recording.